Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the
Do
Vulture
do do
Culture
do do
Podcast.
do do
Episode
do.
23, two more
Bow,
episodes
bow,
until,
bow.
I guess, the season finale.
So
But,
the end of season one,
yep, it's gonna be lit. It's
and for
gonna
real
be,
this time.
yeah, for real this time. Not like what we did with episode 5. Don't worry. And we'll officially have more episodes than most of the shows we've talked about uh, on the podcast seasons, like first seasons. Because I think Stranger Things only had like
I
what,
mean, hell of a boss.
7?
Hell of a boss technically has less episodes in total.
Yeah. I mean, doesn't Stranger Things season 1 have like only 8? Wasn't it only 8?
Yeah.
I figured. Couldn't remember if it was 8 or 7. This is. And then Family Guy only had. No, Family Guy was the one that only had 7. Oh, man. Yeah, so.
Yeah, Family Guy has like the shortest first season out of anything I've seen.
Hold on. Sorry, I'm just trying to think here. So, how are you all doing today?
Uh, doing pretty well.
Bad.
Uh,
Oh, oh.
oh. I mean, we know why. But, you know. So,
Yeah.
so this is like the last show we're talking about in season 1. And currently I don't think we have a show for the next season we do. I don't think we actually have any shows laid out.
We do. Remember?
Do we have a show? Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Okay, that's a show. Okay. I don't know why I thought that was a movie. Okay, never mind, we do, but oh man. My
We
bad.
won't spoil it.
We won't spoil it, but I thought okay. But yeah, sad we didn't get to Punisher season
Wait, what?
1. Don't worry about it. We'll talk about it after. We'll get to it. PewDiePie wasn't scared. Oh man, that means season 2 we might actually do FNAF Help Wanted. Shit. I like how we're talking about season 2. This is season 1 still. Anyways.
Well, it's like the MCU. We're all we ever do is set up for the next thing.
I mean, hey, to be fair, this one's a very interesting one because of how I reacted during Roxy's last pick, which,
Yeah, and then you're like, wait, this isn't actually bad.
yeah. Ladies and germs, today we are talking about Rick and Morty, which Rick and Morty is an American adult animated science fiction sitcom by Justin Roiland and Dan Harmon for Cartoon Network's nighttime programming block Adult Swim. The series follows the misadventures of Rick Sanchez, a cynical mad scientist, and his good-hearted but fretful grandson Morty Smith, who split their time between domestic life and interdimensional adventures that take place across an infinite number of realities, often traveling to other planets and dimensions through portals and on Rick's flying saucer. The general concept of Rick and Morty relies on two conflicting scenarios: domestic family drama and a anthropomorphic grandfather dragging his son into hijinks. So yeah, we're finally here, ladies and germs. Rick and Morty. I have been dreading this episode ever since Roxy announced it, despite never really watching an episode. Woo-wee!
And then you realize, hey, wait, this actually wasn't worth being worried about whatsoever.
Oh no, I was still worried about
Yeah.
it even
Hey,
more.
there was a reason Roxy put this as her #1 show.
Yeah, yeah, but then again, you gotta remember, Hell of a Boss Hell of a Boss was also on their top 10.
But only as an honorable mention.
Yeah, ironically, I don't actually think Hell of a Boss is good.
You know what's weird? Of the shows we talked about, aside Stranger Things, most of them was from Roxy. I haven't picked this show, and Sir's only picked Stranger Things season 1 and 2, which by the time this is being recorded, we haven't done Stranger Things season 2 because I'm not finished, but me and Roxy are both not finished. But I did decide to carve out my time today to finish up, to start Rick and Morty, because Rick and Morty is not that long of a show, and
And we also haven't recorded Danganronpa yet because I have yet to play it.
Yep. So and also what was the other episode we were doing? Crap, I have it. Let me look.
Oh, Shantae.
Shantae, which
Dude,
I still need to play.
somebody's gonna try to like go through the episodes and try to arrange them in chronological order for the
Uh,
authentic viewing experience of the Vulture Culture podcast
yes,
to
the
see
most.
how everybody
Yeah,
grows to hate each other as
I
it
can't
goes
wait to
on.
can't wait to read down the Vulture Culture fan wiki.
Oh, if we ever get to that, I hope we get to that point. That would be so cool, just to see what fans think. I wonder how many of the fans are gonna be like, damn, Roxy just really likes fucking torturing Evil Spirit, and then you also got the fact that Evil Spirit responds back by giving them something even worse. Then Roxy somehow
Yeah,
pisses Evil Spirit
so
off 12 times worse.
I choose what I think will make interesting episodes, and then Caroline's just really fucking spiteful when they don't like them.
Well, okay, to be fair,
They
Fictional
don't make
Crushes,
my
it was just more
choices.
embarrassing, and I did not like the fact I was getting embarrassed. So I was immediately like, "Oh, you fucking asshole! I'm going to get you back for that still because, uh, luckily for Roxy, the slots were already filled.
Actually, not well,
Well,
not me. It actually felt kind of good to get some of that stuff off my chest.
valid. I think it was more the
Like,
fact. Oh, sorry.
I think no matter what I choose, Sirs is going to be positively affected in some way.
Yeah. Aside, well, I mean, actually, you did like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, didn't you? Like you actually, or
Yeah, it was okay.
yeah, you enjoy it. I did not. Go watch that episode if you haven't already. You could definitely see why I do not like it. If you watched the movie yourself and you liked it, that's fine. I mean, obviously, but I really did not like the movie.
I
But
liked it, but there's definitely a scene that I cannot defend and don't even want to.
well, what are you talking about? It's not that bad, guys. Just stop being
It's
little
not that
baby.
bad if you're a fucking Trump supporter,
Ugh,
maybe.
gosh. Anyways, yeah. So most of Roxy's choices have been very, like, I think Family Guy season 1 was like the last one you picked that I was like, okay, this is actually all right. Even though I don't think Family Guy season 1 is like the best shit ever, I did enjoy watching through it. And then I think also, didn't you Crash Bandicoot? I enjoyed Shrek. I enjoyed. Which I mean, that was before we all decided to start taking turns on what we do, which was ultimately for the better, because I
Yeah,
think it's better if we all.
I don't know with with the whole Shrek and Crash Bandicoot thing. It feels like I sort of had a stranglehold at the beginning.
Like, well, and Hell of a Boss.
Well, I didn't choose Hell of a Boss, but
Yeah, but we did. But we did Hell of a Boss. We mostly picked the shit that you liked. Like
yeah, that's yeah.
Aside Mario 64, we
Yeah,
did things
I
that you
didn't get to
liked.
choose anything until episode 7.
Yeah, you picked Stranger Things, and that was when we were like, okay, why don't we just take turns picking? Which, to an extent, we try staying kind of consistent with. It's kind of hard whenever one of us picks like the next bigger episode where it's like we have to put a little bit more time and effort into thinking what would we talk about on that one. Like, the special episodes as we call them, where it's like Fictional Crushes was special, and so was the top 10 best games, top 5 best shows, top 5 best sequels. Those take a little bit more time and effort than like a normal everyday episode, because a normal everyday episode we genuinely just go in after either watching it or like we've seen it or played it or whatever. Like, it's very much so that person gets like a little bit of a break from picking, which I think that's ultimately for the better. But I feel like a lot of people wouldn't agree with that first impression. But hey, you know what? It's fine. Like, next episode, Roxy or Sir picked. So the next episode you'll be seeing was a Sir pick. This episode was a Roxy pick. I didn't pick anything aside the sequel episode. No, the Danganronpa episode I picked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think we might be going on too long with this intro?
I mean,
Yeah.
it's okay. Yeah. Okay. So
You're
Rick.
taking too long.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I just wanted to discuss that a little bit because we normally don't talk about how this show is run. I mean, what's there really to talk about? But Okay. So Rick and Morty. I guess since like how we always start these episodes, let's start with our first impressions before getting into it. We'll start with Roxy, then Sir, then me. I am going last because I can.
I I was suggested the show. I remember by who. I think it might have. I think it was Soap NATO, but I don't remember if specifically if it was him, so I can't actually tell you. And I also, after a certain point, I just checked it out of curiosity, and I was like, maybe if the show got as popular as it did, it has to have some sort of thing that people like about it, right? And then I watched it, and I was like, yo, this is fucking peak.
Mm-hmm. And now it's your favorite show of all time,
Yeah.
which is getting an 8th season this year, ain't it?
Yeah, and currently it's picked up to at least run until season 13,
Oh
which
boy.
I think is ridiculous. I like the show, and I think picking up a show for that many seasons at a time is fucking stupid, okay? I'm I'm like, okay, come
I'm more
on.
seasons, Morty. I'm more seasons.
Rick and Morty 100 years!
That's gonna it's gonna keep going until the voice actors are 90. Oh boy.
Well, no,
Just
they,
like The
they can replace
Simpsons.
the voice actors. They did that with Justin Roiland because, well, obviously, you
Wait,
know?
what happened with Justin Roiland? Wasn't it like
Justin Roiland was like an abusive creep, I think, if I remember correctly.
okay? I don't know much about the situation. I'm not gonna act like
Uh,
I do.
se- Season 7 replaced the voice actors.
Hmm.
I mean, apparently he was just a dick to the staff of the show for a certain point anyway. So it's like, yeah, honestly, I mean, you probably wanted to get rid of him this whole time, and now that there's bad press coverage about him, you have the perfect reason
They
to. You know what I mean?
Sir, correct me if I'm wrong. Wasn't that also one of the few reasons why multiverses went down the first time? And like they took a year off?
No.
Hmm.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Because I thought I heard like something about Justin Roiland being a reason for why the game took a break. Like for that year
No,
when.
the game was just in the beta stage.
Hmm.
They
Okay.
wanted to fully
Sorry.
develop it more,
Okay.
the fuller release.
Okay.
No. Funny you mentioned that, since if we're done with Roxy's first impressions, we can get into
Did you
mine.
first watch the show because of multiverses?
Yeah, I'm about to get into that. Okay. But before that, Rick and Morty was one of those shows I've heard of but never really pursued. That is until Multiverses. Rather, before it was revealed, we had. Hang on. Let me pull up the image right now. The Hbox leak, where he was one of the first characters unofficially revealed.
Hmm.
Yep, and he wouldn't. Well, they wouldn't have him out until like the beta stage. We had him in season 2 alongside Gizmo, Stripe, and Black Adam. But before that, it was like September of 2022. Back in March, I was like so eager to play this game that I decided to play. Well, I decided to be like, all right, since I know nothing about Rick, might as well watch his show to see what potential he has for his moveset. And I watched it up until season 4. Kind of just fell out for me.
Oh no, season 3 is terrible. I cannot defend season 3 of Rick and Morty. It is fucking awful. And honestly, I don't blame people who quit the show after season 3. It's fucking shit.
um. Alrighty. Well, I guess I can. Unless you're not done, sir. Then.
Uh,
Or.
what else is there to? Oh, you mentioned the whole Justin Roiland thing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, a quick fun fact: for the beta stage, they actually reused his voice clips from the show, but in the full release, they got his new voice actor to record
Oh, that's
some
cool.
new interactions.
Yeah, they probably didn't want to have to credit him
Yeah,
for the game.
Yeah, because they probably would have, even if it was reusing voice clips. It's still his voice.
Well, and and even then, well, even if it wasn't like a case of, even if it wasn't like a case of not wanting to reuse voice clips, that would just be a really bad look anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess I'll explain my first impressions or so I've heard of this show non-stop ever since like it came out. Like not through promotional material, but because I have a friend, shout out to my buddy Smexy Dave. That's his username. He watched the show. He watched the show a lot and he really loved it. And he recommended that I should watch it. But okay, let me be honest. Rick and Morty seemed like the most Reddit show I have ever seen in my entire life. Like, it is so neckbeard.
Literally, to be fair, literally, Elon Musk paid to be in an episode.
Yeah,
and it's one of the worst episodes of the show too. So it's what he deserves.
but like, not only that, it just like, cause it's like, oh, you got to be a smart guy to watch this show, so then you can understand it.
Like you need to have an IIQ to understand the
Yeah,
jokes.
and
They're that more complex physics something.
yeah, it was some
No,
stupid
once
shit
again,
like that.
season three was bad, and season five wasn't bad, but it was inconsistent, and it had one particular really bad episode, and the reaction to that episode, I think, is what the show really needed, because after that point, season 6 and 7, I haven't actually seen season 8 yet, and I should get around to that. But season 6 and 7 were actually like on the same quality as the first two seasons. So the show really needed to be, it sort of needed to be taken down a peg before it could go back to the level of quality it had before. Is
Well,
that fair?
I mean, I
Yeah.
guess. Along with that, Shay Frillis made a video on it, and then the whole Pickle Rick debacle, which that did not help me go, oh yeah, I want to watch this show now because there's a funny meme. No, I never found it funny.
Szechuan sauce.
It wasn't
Yeah.
even funny. It was just
I've heard about the mad fandom before then. Although
And-
it was actually through I Hate Everything's video and I Hate Rick and Morty fandom and haters.
and along with this, the fact that this show, how do I say this? The show started getting popular. They made a VR game. High on Life came out, and that was made by them. Which I'm not using gameplay from fucking High on Life. I'm just not gonna do it because I refuse to download that game. That game looks like fucking bullshit. It looks bad. Like, but anyways, along with that,
I was able to add it to my library because it was free on PS Plus, but I haven't actually touched it. I'm
I only saw
kind of
clips
afraid
of
to.
some of the dialogue and it's painfully unfunny.
yeah, it's not funny. And then one of the biggest reasons why, like, not only all that, the voice actor for Morty, I don't know his name. I don't mean any disrespect to him. His scream is so godforsaking annoying. I was able to get through it for this. I don't know how persistent it will be for the rest of the show. I cannot stand that ear-piercing fucking scream. The like every like and like if it was like for like a few scenes, okay, whatever. But it's the voice. Now, that was one of my biggest reasons for like I'm not watching this. Roxy picked it, and I was like, son of a bitch, I guess I am watching it. I don't really get much of a choice.
I mean, my mom is a bitch.
And, well, I watched it, and I'll go over my opinions throughout the rest of the podcast, because we got a lot to get into. I wrote down a few things we'll be talking about today. Not only that, again, I wasn't a real big fan of what the humor looked like. It didn't look very funny. I even think I told Roxy I don't think I found the humor very funny. Like, there were some jokes that made me laugh, but I think I told Roxy I was like, because I didn't know if Sir watched it. I didn't want to spoil it. But, okay. I'm done talking about it. Are we all ready to move on to the next thing?
Yes.
Okay. I think it's time that we should first talk about, before we get into the story or the comedy, let's talk about the characters. Including Rick, including, like, the main family that we see throughout the entirety of the show. Roxy, I
You
want
don't
to...
want to talk about Principal Vagina first?
Oh,
No.
jeez.
I'm telling you, that name, like, when he said that's his name, like, nobody laughed at it. I was like, okay. Because, like, if everybody was, like, always giggling at it, I'd be like, ugh. But just the fact that, like, nobody was, and he was always, like, having to clarify it's, like, no correlation, or, like...
No
like,
correlation. Or
Yeah, he's the only
Scandinavian.
person who cares about it.
Yeah, like, everybody else is like, oh, it's fine, who cares? Hey, I guess we did talk about Principal Vagina for a little bit.
Yeah, the best character! He's canonically insecure enough to agree to a three-way with Mr. Goldenfold.
Yeah, I know. Mr. Goldenfold was like, Morty, I just got done talking to to Principal Vagina. We agreed on a threesome, and I was like, we'll talk about that episode because when we get to the story, I really want to dissect that episode a little.
That
But,
episode's
I forgot what
so
episode is
fucking good.
okay, but let's talk about the characters. Who should we start with? Who should we pick the... You know what? Let's get the good shit out of the way. Let's start with the main duo, Rick and or Morty. Let's just start with those two, and then we'll go to the other characters.
Okay.
Alright, so Morty.
Yeah.
What do we all think about Morty?
He's fine in season 1.
I like him as a foil to Rick because Rick's like this cynical, like actually fucking evil asshole.
Mm-hmm.
And Morty just doesn't know what's going on at any point. And
Yeah.
and he at least like considers himself to be morally superior, even though he's also as you know, not a good person.
Yeah. I think what makes it even better is just the fact that, like, I mean, he's still a kid. I think he's 14, ain't he, in the show? He's 14?
Yeah.
I think what makes it even funnier is just the fact that, like, he would always be like, oh, fuck you, Rick, I ain't gonna help you with it, and he immediately helps him with it. It's like, well, stay consistent. But he's a kid. I mean, he's still young.
Yeah, he still caves in under pressure.
Yeah. And I think what makes it even better is just the fact that he, I think in episode 10 is where he really gets his bearings and he's like, no. Like, fuck you, Rick. You're an asshole. You've been an asshole. We'll talk about that later, but I think really during the end of the seasons where I think he really fully breaks through. As, like, standing up
Keep
to
in
Rick.
mind, keep in mind the one major time Rick has shown that he cared, Morty didn't even witness it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because Morty isn't aware of the fact that Rick murdered Mr. Jellybean.
Yeah. Oh, God. That scene, man.
It's really well executed.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
I just can't believe that is SpongeBob's fucking voice actor. I do love the fact that you, like, when they're like, you want to go, you want to meet our king? And the king's immediately, like, all fucking bruised and beat up. And then they're like, nope, we gotta get out of here.
Yeah, no, we gotta get out of here.
Yep. And then, like, I do think it's also funny that, like, you do just see Rick's hand pop out of the portal and fucking blow up Mr. Jellybean in front of everybody. But also...
He didn't use, like, a laser pistol like he regularly does. He made sure it fucking hurt.
He blew him up. He exploded. He was dead. Like, there's no coming back from that.
Exploded with the inflation ray or whatever.
The inflation ray.
Yo!
The double
Rick and Morty inflation.
Oh, Jesus
Don't look that up on Google, kids. Haha. Don't watch this episode if you're a kid, too. This show's rated... Don't watch any of our episodes if you're a kid. Get off this platform. Go on YouTube Kids or watch Cocomelon. I don't fucking know what you guys
honestly
do.
For as bad as that episode was, I think that doing Hell of a Boss as our first episode was totally the right call, just to set the precedent.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, this is how
Uh,
our episodes are. Yeah. Well, I think what makes it even funnier with this show and that King Jellybean scene, like, I mean, like, the scene itself isn't funny, but just the fact that, like, you see Rick just, like, fucking having, like, the time of his life playing poker, and then Morty's just like, I want to leave. I just want to leave. Please just let me leave. It's like, so, it's heartwarming a bit, but it's also just like, there is heart there, Like, there is.
you know what? I
Yeah,
think
the
it's
show has
cool.
heart underneath all the cynicalism.
The character building is actually really good in season one. Like, but since this is the first time you're introduced to these characters, I mean, really think about it. For that episode, it's like Rick knows that it's a messed up multiverse, and that this universe might not be what Morty expects it to be. What Morty through is like, oh, this is going to be a fun fairy tale adventure, and he keeps getting in over his head with getting arrested and getting sexually assaulted.
Yeah.
See, you might think that just because the rapist is a jelly bean, the scene's supposed to be comedic. That's just because it's in like a fantasy weird universe, and Morty
But no,
gets
they play
misled
it
by the fact
completely
that he's a
straight.
fantasy creature. Yeah, Morty thinks, oh, this guy's just like a little goofy character. No, that's the point. It's supposed to be misleading.
Yeah, it's supposed to catch you completely off guard. Because, like, I mean, it's kind of like. Um. It's kind of like whenever you're watching, like, one of those horror movies, but, like, it starts off so nice and you just don't. It's kind of like, honestly, if you. You know what? Hold on. Okay. Brief spoiler, real quick. Just skip, like, 2 minutes ahead. It's like Doki Doki Literature Club, where it's.
I haven't played that game.
Oh, fuck. Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. I'm not going to spoil it. But. You know
Now
what?
somebody's just gonna skip
No,
two
they're not
minutes of the
spoiling it.
video and miss whatever we say.
Okay, well, whatever. You know what? It's actually like Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria Simulator, where like originally when it came out, nobody knew it was like a new FNAF game until they got in, and then they were like, "Oh my God, this is a new FNAF game." Nobody expected it. They just thought it was like a stupid little quick game to play, probably for achievement hunters, whatever. And then whenever they actually played it, they were like, "Oh wow, this game's actually really good." But also, because it's FNAF, like they didn't expect it to be a new FNAF game, especially the last one that they were gonna do of that original saga. Like that's what I'm trying to get at. Like nobody would expect that scene to be, like Morty didn't expect that, we didn't expect that until honestly, whenever I first watched that clip, because I watched it on YouTube first, was when he walked over and started massaging him. I immediately was like, okay, he's getting a little too close. And then I was immediately like, okay, nope, I know what he's doing. This is like, and I was like, oh
Oh
my god.
no.
Yeah,
Well, didn't you already know about that scene in advance?
yes, I was meaning like the first time watching it. Ever. Like,
Oh, okay.
because I don't. It was like titled like something like Morty meets King Jellybean. And I thought it was like or like Mr. Jellybean. And I thought it was just like supposed to be like a nice, wholesome scene about Rick and Morty going on this nice little adventure, just immediately turned to like fucking just gross horror. Like just assault. Sexual assault on that. Okay, well, back to the actual characters. Do we have any? Oh,
Honestly, they were brave as fuck for putting that in the 5th episode.
yeah, that was crazy.
Yeah.
Wasn't it the 3rd episode where they what was it? It was where they were leaving and Morty had, or no, that was the first episode where they were leaving and Morty had to shoot him. And when he shot him, he was like, they're just robots. They're just robots. Don't worry. He shoots them and they immediately fucking freak out because they're like, oh my god, my arm. You're just kind of like, oh my god. Because because even when I was watching, I was like, they're not robots. They're cockroach aliens. And then just
There's a figure of speech, Morty. They're demo something. I don't respect them.
they're bureaucrats, Morty.
Yeah, they're bureaucrats,
Yeah,
Morty. I don't respect
what's
them.
the difference? What's the difference between a politician and a robot?
Robots have an off button?
Good point.
I
Well,
don't know.
there are ways to turn politicians off,
No,
but
no.
I'm
No,
not
no,
advocating
no,
for that.
no,
We're not
no,
advocating that.
no.
For legal
I just
reasons.
said I'm not advocating that.
For legal reasons, what Roxy just said was a very funny joke. Hardy har har.
I
Okay.
just said he wasn't advocating for
Yeah, I
it.
know.
You know, just
We'll now be arresting Roxy right now. Come in here, guards. No, I'm kidding. Okay.
The fucking ICE comes in even though I'm
you don't
not
want
in
to know what
it.
prison is like here.
You don't want to know what prison is like here. Anyways, along with that, there is also one other major thing. Hold on one second. I'm going to pause real quick. I'll be right back. We're back. Anyways, Roxy
A
just said...
dinosaur story.
Oh yeah, we were talking about Rick and Morty. Not to show the characters. Do we have anything else we gotta say? Rick's just a cynical asshole. And at first, I didn't like the multiverse thing, but we'll talk about why I like it now. When we get to the story. But we have three other characters to talk about. Who should we talk about next?
Before. We got Rick.
Oh, well. Oh, yeah, Rick. Okay, let's talk about Rick. Just a big, cynical asshole. Oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's this over cynical guy who I normally don't like those type.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Something about Rick is kind of charming.
I think Rick at the end of the season gets better.
Yeah, he gets better.
But I don't think he is...
First, he's all like, no, nothing matters. Or love is just chemicals in your brain. Stuff like that. Where it's like, roll my eyes. Like,
Yeah.
As he, he starts to care more.
Yeah.
Is that how I sound to you guys when I talk about atheism?
Basically. Sorry, didn't mean to get super...
Bro, I'm gonna Rick Sanchez the fuck out of you.
No.
I don't know what that means.
Oh. Where's that teleporting gun? Where can I go next? Go to a different dimension. Okay, I don't think there's really a whole lot to talk about Rick. He does get a little bit of character growth after episode 10, I would say. And we do get to learn a little bit more from Bird Person, or is his name Birdman? No, it's Bird Person.
Bird person.
Yeah, where we find out what his catchphrase actually meant. And then he changes it at the end. I don't know why he changes it at the end. Do you think that he found out that they were talking about it?
Wait, sorry, can you say that again?
When Rick changed his catchphrase at the end of season 1, he said that he was changing it. But I didn't get why he changed it. Do you think he just changed it on his own free will, or did he overhear Bird Person explaining why? I'm just wondering because I don't know.
Well, I just think it's because he think it'd be funny. I mean,
yeah. Yeah. No, I was just wondering. I didn't know if there's like any actual explanation given. Okay, so there's not much else to talk about Rick. He does care about Morty. He does care about his family. His second family, but again, we'll talk about it later. But, okay, shall we talk about Summer?
sure.
She's fine.
Yeah, she just kind of...
She becomes much more of a character later on in the show.
I bet this was just...
Yeah.
There was already so much they kind of had to set up that Summer was just like, kind of like a last thought. Like there is some episodes where she does stuff, like the episode where they go to the women planet, the episode where, or not the
Rick's
like where they go.
60 minutes.
Yeah, Rick's City Minutes.
Rick's City Minutes.
Rick's City Minutes, whatever. You get what I mean. Along with that, there was also
the party episode.
Yeah, the party episode. Her friends come down. There's also the episode where, the episode where she finds out that she was an accident from her parents, and she was not very happy about it. Which I didn't I didn't really care for that episode because there was just way too much filler in it. It felt. Along with that, she just doesn't really do a whole lot. She does go on one mission with Rick, and that was the episode where that was Rick. That was the episode where they raised a kid. But I mean,
Yeah, Rick is so uncharacteristically sexist in that episode. It's really weird. That's not a very good episode.
yeah, I didn't really care for it. I didn't even really care about the
Yeah.
subplot or the main
Bro,
plot.
Rick was like, Rick was like, okay, in 10 years, is Andrew Tate gonna be popular on Reddit?
I gotta appeal to the mass audience, Morty.
No woman
Make
watch
mainstream
the show,
Morty.
and the ones that do are trans.
Wait, we already are.
All right. And along with that, I don't think there's much else to talk about Summer. So let's talk about Beth, aka the mom, aka the drunk mom.
Who's also a horse surgeon.
Yeah.
With James and a doctor.
I find it really funny. I've seen people who were like, in regards to Rick Potion number 9, where they're like, "Oh well, maybe one of the differences in universes that they went to is that there's no Davin or something because we never see people mention him again." No, Jerry just fucking killed him during the apocalypse. That's why.
Yeah.
Like, how did you miss that?
Along with that, there's not the most we get out of her is that she's falling out of love, like, and the Meeseeks episode where she was kind of like, I don't really know what I want from this relationship. You know, like I feel like that was really nice to see.
He has a bridge and is scarred from parental neglect.
Yeah. There's also the pilot where, yes, the pilot's the first episode. Very rarely do shows do that. I don't care too much about it, but
Yeah, no, I don't either for this pilot.
I don't care.
I mean, it sets up the series, but it doesn't. Other than that, it doesn't really stand out.
And then there's the episode. Then what was that episode? Wasn't it 60 Minutes? Where that was the one with the TV shows, right? That's the one that has like.
Yeah, with all the TV
Yeah.
shows. Which, fun fact, that all the sketches were basically improv by Justin Roiland.
Yeah, that's incredibly obvious.
You could definitely tell. You could definitely tell when you hear him laugh. But it's fine. I mean, I don't mind it. I just thought it was really just kind of padding. I wasn't really a big fan of it.
It like the idea is funny, but it doesn't. But it overstays its welcome. I like the two brothers joke though.
But in that episode, we see her kind of rekindle the love with Jeremy. There's also that one doctor where Jeremy's very self-conscious about that he gets to kill in that universe. So yeah, I don't have a whole lot to say about her. She's fine. She doesn't really do a whole lot because again, it's mostly focused on Rick and Morty. But
The main duo, which is
yeah.
fine.
Yeah, it's fine. And I know that later on she gets a bigger part, but for now we don't have a whole lot to say about her. I would think. All right, and
Yeah, Jerry on the other hand.
I was really hoping we can fucking ignore that guy. I really don't like him.
Dude, Jerry's the best. Jerry's the best character.
Roxy, your definition for the best of anything is literally found in the trash. But you don't keep either of your two characters who love the trash, the raccoon or the possum. Jerry,
I mean, to be fair, snails eat like shit, so it's fine. Like in fish tanks.
I hate Jerry so fucking much. He's egotistical. He's an asshole. He's a butt monkey. He is literally a nothing burger.
He's a man-child.
Yeah.
He's also the best character.
He's a dick to his wife. He's a dick to his parents. He's a dick to his own child. He's a dick to Rick. He's a dick to Summer. He's basically just an asshole through and through. He's not entertaining to watch. He literally pushes an entire civilization into almost killing each other. then almost getting 2 other people killed. Like, what's there to like? That he's a dick? Cool. I like asshole characters too, but at the very least they find redemptions or they get the shit beat out of them. Rarely does that happen with him. And if his ass does get kicked, it's not very much. It's so unbelievably lame. He's so unbelievably lame. He's one of the worst characters of the entire show. And I mean, like, that's not saying much because there's only so many characters. But I would put him up as a series contender for one of the worst written characters, or one of the worst characters in any TV show I have seen so far. And he's going up against a lot. Yes!
Wow.
He is that bad. He's a complete dick to everyone. What's there to like? I don't care if his wife divorces him. Honestly, I fucking divorce him and take custody.
Oh! You know what's funny? The
Yeah,
season
that
where
happens.
they do get divorced is
Season 3. Yeah,
which is
I
the
know.
worst season.
Yeah, and guess what? It's the Pickle Rick episode.
No, it isn't.
Actually, no, it's the season premiere.
Oh,
it's
is it the season premiere? Oh,
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
They spend the entire season divorced.
Good fucking riddance. I know that probably won't make season 3 all that much
And
better.
the funny thing is, season 3 sucks.
Well, I guess along with that, there's nothing else to say about Jeremy. Again, he's also a dick to his dog.
Jeremy?
I keep calling him Jeremy.
Jeremy?
My bad. Jerry. There's nothing good about Jerry at all. He's an asshole. He's a piece of shit. Through and through. Honestly, like, the one cool thing he does is something in a different timeline. And that is save his family. Well, save his wife.
Yeah,
but that was an accident.
I think that's a cool character building moment as well.
Yeah, too bad we're
Just
not in that universe anymore.
Well, yeah, but the same events happened leading up to that.
Like, yeah, but the bug...
in the new
Oh, yeah, no, yeah, the bug extinction was cured. Yeah, because that's
No, the Cronenbergs.
No, it got to the point where they were Cronenbergs, but since it was already cured in that universe, Rick didn't even bother going back to the one he was already in and fixing it. He was just like, let's just stay here instead. Which is really funny.
I'm gonna feel more of these left.
Such an asshole.
I know. I mean, he's just in that universe now, though. It's like the events that happened, like the only thing that didn't happen was the beginning of the episode, right?
No, everything leading up, everything in the episode happened, with the only difference being that Rick and Morty actually solved the problem instead of just fleeing to another dimension.
Oh, okay. And then they got themselves killed right after.
Yeah.
Which is fucking
Working
hilarious.
on the very thing Morty stopped Rick from working on because he delayed him by making the ultimatum with the love potion in the first place.
And, I mean, I guess we could talk about the story now if you all are ready.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Alright, so the story of Rick and Morty, like, I'm meaning like the overarching story, not like every single episode. We don't have to go over everything, but like, kind of like talk about like the major events. And I think...
Okay, so the major event, I guess it starts with Rick getting... I guess it starts with Rick being able to trick Jerry and Beth into letting him take Morty along with him.
Yeah. Like, and that would be for the rest of the show. Like, that's the basic premise, is that, like, he can always go on these adventures. Like, yeah, like, I mean, that's a very huge part of the show. Without it, we wouldn't get most of the episodes. But I was meaning more of, like... Because other than that, which is a big thing, that happens in the pilot. I was meaning, like, one of the biggest things was the man. I'm just gonna say this. Have you, any of you seen Avengers: Infinity War? I think we all have. I don't think we should lie about this.
Yes. I have.
What happened to Gamora in Infinity War?
She died.
She fell off a cliff.
What happens in Avengers Endgame?
She gets replaced with an alternate dimension version of herself.
That's
Yeah.
basically how it felt, and that's one of the few things I do not like about Guardians 3. I love Guardians 3 as a movie, I just don't like Gamora. Because I feel like it would be better if Gamora just stayed gone. However you might want to look
You
at
wish
it.
that she stayed gone.
Yeah, I mean, like that was kind of like the ultimatum. Like, Peter Quill lost everything in his life. But now, knowing that there is always an infinite universe, and a little bit of a small spoiler for Deadpool and Wolverine, same thing happens there. But I'm not going to say which character. I'm not even going to say what really happened. I guess even to an extent, spoiler for Doctor Strange, Multiverse of Madness. The same thing happens there. Depending on how you watch Black Bolt. Or, not Black Bolt, Inhumans, but whatever.
I get what you're saying. No.
It's extremely annoying, and I get, like, it's
annoying and it
sorry.
removes stakes.
Yeah. Now,
Yeah, the difference is, though, the show accounted for it from the beginning.
yeah, but, like, it still is one of the few problems I do not like about the show. Because, like, yes, they can only do it so many times. They can't, like, do it every time. But, like, if they fuck up hard enough, it kind of feels weird to not try to fight for that universe, but instead, let's go to a different one, and let's try to, let's just start our life over. Like, it's kind of lame. And now, the one good thing I will say that they do here is that they actually go off and say, yes, this bad thing happened, we acknowledge it, and our characters even acknowledge it with the, I think like 2 episodes later, Morty tells Summer that happened, and Summer's like, you know, shocked about it.
Yeah, you're not actually my brother?
Yeah, it's like, I am.
What,
I'm just from another.
Dead?
Yeah, it's like, no, I technically am your brother. I'm just your brother from an alternate universe. And I mean, like, and at that point as well, like, I do like this episode a lot. Mostly with just how hopeless it kind of feels. But, again, it's the same reason why I think Endgame didn't do all that much. Because, like, they didn't really have a way to... It seemed like they didn't really know what to do after Infinity War. And they're like, let's just do time travel. And, like, let's make the time travel make it to where we can change the past if we need to. But still, I don't like it here either. I think the whole idea of the multiverse... Like, I get the show is... The main crux of the TV show is the multiverse. I get that. And that's fine if they want to do the multiverse or alternate universes or whatever. That's fine. But I think it could have just been better if it was like, you know, we shouldn't be staying in other universes the entire time of our lives because that could lead to some undire consequences. And also, it just felt like a dick move because now that that universe is gone, basically the characters that we've seen from that show that wasn't our main protagonists are all dead. They're dead. They're like, either they're dead and turned into a weird bug monster, or died and got, or like is our main trio, or anybody else who just so happens to be related. So, like, Jerry's
parents survived.
Yeah, like, because they are related. But that's the problem.
They almost certainly didn't, because they not only are they old and therefore not be able to fend against themselves in a zombie apocalypse, but they were already with another guy who wasn't related.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And like that was just kind of the thing. It's like, okay, so now that universe never mattered. Because, like, yes, our characters...
no, don't say that.
But that...
Nope, no.
But that's still, like, one of those things where it's like, it feels like throughout the entirety of, like, that half of season 1, because that was only, like, what, the 6th episode? Yeah. So halfway, basically a little over halfway through the season, it felt like, okay, so unless you were Rick or Morty, it really didn't matter. Because now, there is an alternate universe out there that just got completely fucked over because of Rick's ignorance. And yes, he doesn't care. Yeah, of course he doesn't give a shit. He's Rick. He never gives a fuck. But still, it sucks. And also, I do have to question, if that was the case that happened, why didn't the Council of Ricks do anything about it? Because now there is a destroyed universe because of a said Rick. I guess because they don't care, but I don't know. I feel
Well,
like,
the universe wasn't destroyed. Universe wasn't destroyed. Just Earth society collapsed.
yeah, the same society that has a Rick. Wouldn't they at the very least... They probably did... Well, I guess they did get a Rick at the end of that episode. Which is, a grotesque, disgusting version of
Yeah,
Rick.
you know what's funny? All of your questions are addressed as the show goes on.
Well, hopefully it does.
So
I'm just saying, it does kind of make me a little upset because it felt like, oh, it didn't... Then if, like, okay, an asteroid goes to hit Earth, and then Rick's like, okay, here, I'll destroy it. Whoops, I made it too big. Okay, Morty, let's get the fuck out of here. Later, everybody else, and then leaves. Like, then it's like, okay. And again, he's like, oh, well, we can't do it forever, Morty. Just don't think about it. And it's like, but I am going to think about it. Because now you just left behind a universe. What's stopping you from doing it again? What's stopping you from leaving Morty behind? You could just get another one. And I get that the show will probably explain that later on. But I think we should now... Should we talk about the Council of Ricks? Or should we stay on this?
we can talk about the Council of Ricks because once again, I think the whole abandoning ruined dimensions thing will become, I guess, a larger conversation topic as the series goes on. If we do more episodes on the later seasons.
I mean,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, to be fair, I mean, Stranger Things only has like a few more seasons left, and I highly doubt we're going to go back to Family Guy. Hello Boss isn't going to have any new seasons for a while, so yes, we could definitely stick on this show and keep talking about it.
Yeah, because here's the thing: I don't want to like have you guys do episodes on shows that have like really long seasons.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because like,
and Rick and Morty has really short seasons.
Yeah, because with Stranger Things, it's relatively short. Like, it's only just a couple seasons.
Yeah,
like, couple episodes.
Each episode's like 40, 50 minutes long, but there's only like 8 to 9 of them.
Yeah, so it's like you're wasting... Not wasting, but like you're watching 9 hours. Like, that's it. With Rick and Morty, it's like...
40 and slip.
My bad.
Right
I didn't mean to say that. I wasn't trying to talk about the show being bad or anything. No, I don't think that at all. I'm just saying, like, you're not... You're only watching so many hours of it. It's not like we're watching fucking season 159 of Family Guy, and it's like 39 episodes with 2 TV movies in it. Or hey, we could do SpongeBob season 6. Let's see how long we go for that. Sorry.
No.
If you wanted to, here's the thing: if you want to do, can we agree on this as just a ground rule? If we are to do, episodes on a longer season of a show, like a decently long or just a straight up long season of a show, I mean, either everybody needs to agree to it, like everybody has a veto in that case, or it needs to be something we've all already seen.
I feel like the one thing I will say, if we ever talk about something like Punisher or Iron Fist or whatever, we just watch it all. It's only 2 seasons, and they're not very long. So I feel like it would be fine for like something like where it's like 1 season or 2 seasons. Like if we decide to do Over the Garden Wall, or if we decide to do something like that, like it, just as long as it's not like more than 2 seasons, I feel like is our limit. Because Hello Boss was only 2 seasons, and so was like when Has-Been gets his 2nd season, I feel like we should just do an episode about all of Has-Been when it gets its 2nd season. Which isn't it coming out this year, or is it next year that it's coming out? Or did they not say for Has-Been? I can't remember.
I don't think they said.
Okay. I just know that they announced the Hell Cinematic Universe.
Morty.
Okay. Okay, let's talk about the Council of Ricks. Because there is one question. Obviously, they're setting up an evil Morty. Obviously. That exists as a robot. I bet that's gonna... Obviously, I think that's coming back. Believe it or not, I was kind of spoiled on that. Not spoiled as in... He was... spoiler. I feel like every time when we do an episode like this, everybody will be like, okay, they're gonna spoil Rick and Morty, or they're gonna spoil this heavily popular thing that we're talking about. Like, I feel like I don't always have to say that, but I
think a
tried
good
to.
chunk of the planet is seen.
Yeah. But in this episode, like it's teased that the one who was like that Rick wasn't a real Rick. It was an evil Morty that did it. Which I like that twist. I really do. I think that was probably one of the best twists of the entire season so far. Like I thought that was like a really nice way to kind of be like, we'll be seeing this guy again soon.
Yeah.
And I'm really excited to see what they do with that. But the Council of Ricks
There's a funny pattern. I'm not gonna spoil what it is, but there's a really funny pattern to me for every time he comes back.
It's the song.
I was just gonna say I think it's funny. You know what? Do you mind if I just say it? It's not that bad. It's not a spoiler, really. It's just like it's literally just like a pattern of the episodes that he shows up in.
Oh, okay.
He only shows up in odd numbered seasons for some reason.
Oh, that's funny. Okay, so for the overarching story, I'm already going to just make like one big this. The overarching story for every character that we've seen is that Rick loves his family, but is too cold and distant. He realizes that later on. Am I right? I would say that's basically how you look at it.
Yeah.
And then Beth and Jerry's relationship's breaking apart.
And Morty slowly learns how to be more assertive.
Yeah. Which is neat.
Yeah.
I could say the overarching story of this show is pretty good so far. And hopefully expands in Season 2. I bet it will. And I bet it will be all utterly nuked in Season 3. But, what do I know? I only just watched one review of it. And that was Shea Frillis. Like, years ago. I've been following that guy for a long time. Any of you seen the SpongeBob SquarePants reenactment videos that he did? Oh, those things were funny. Okay.
I've seen some of them.
Yeah, that's how I got started with his YouTube videos, and I think he also did YouTube poops that I watched. Okay, are we done talking about the story? I know I was mostly talking there, but I was just wondering, do any of you have any opinions on the story?
It's pretty good. First season.
Yeah, I think it's interesting. So far, like it's not explicitly like a big overarching story, but they are clearly building up to something.
Yeah, there's something more than meets the eye. I just kind of, honestly, I wish the Council of Ricks episode was the final episode.
Okay, but could you imagine if Rick Potion number 9 was the final episode of the season?
Oh my god, that would be so fucked up. But it would have been a good ending. I mean,
no, it would have been it would have been such a bold move. I mean, the episode itself is a really good way.
And then if the show never got renewed for a second season, they could just say that they make the same. They just kept making the same mistake over and over and kept having to restart every time. And they just never learned how not to do it again. Like, it was like a effect of the gun. Like, the gun, like fucked up their memory of how the events happened. But, okay. We shall talk about the next big thing.
Comedy?
Oh, yeah. Vector, the comedy. What do we think of the comedy?
Oh, yeah.
It could be a really funny show. Like, I think this is one of the few Adult Swim shows I can get into. Mainly because the comedy isn't just like violence and sex jokes. Yeah. Which I know makes me sound like a hypocrite since I love Has Been Hotel, but there's more substance to Has Been.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot, at least some of what I've seen from some of these Adult Swim shows. And Rick and Morty,
Oh, sorry.
Smiling Friends are the exceptions because
Yeah.
they are actually really funny.
Bob's Burgers to an extent.
I haven't seen Bob's Burgers, so
Oh my gosh,
I
Bob's
have no
Burgers is
thoughts
so
on
funny.
that.
I love Bob's Burgers. I think it's a funny show. I know it's on season 14 right now, but I don't know how good those seasons are. Like, Jesus Christ. Guys, I know that these are your popular shows, but, like, there's an ending point, right?
There's a point where you have to stop.
Yeah, they're...
Don't let the
SpongeBob.
money tempt you.
SpongeBob.
When was the last time you heard somebody other than the Simpsons Theory talking about that show?
What? Bob's Burgers?
The Simpsons, I mean.
I haven't heard anything about The Simpsons, like, since the Abu controversy. Like, that was, like, the last major thing I heard about that show.
Last thing I heard was Mr. Enter talking about the Elon Musk episode.
Oh, there was another controversy about that show. It was, they had, like, the perfect ending, but it wasn't the ending. And people actually thought it was ending. And I was like, that's such a dick move. These guys, okay, here's the problem with having a long-running TV show. People are going to start dying. Like, I know that sounds very fucking rude to say.
No, that's happened in the show.
Yeah, that's...
I think I think it started with Phil Hartman.
I
I think he was the first. From my memory, he was the first major voice actor on the show to die.
Like, you know what's the best thing? Okay, okay, sir, I got a question. Have you played Super Mario Wonder?
No.
Okay, have you heard Mario's new voice?
Yeah.
Would you rather that... Fuck. Charles Martinet stuck around? Or do you think it's a good idea that they replaced him? Or replaced him, in quotation marks.
I mean, dude's getting old, so
Yeah.
best to replace him.
Exactly.
Why is recasting characters so stigmatized?
Because...
I don't know. We're getting way off topic.
Hold on. I do want to stick on this topic
Well,
for a
no,
minute.
it's still on. Recasting character stuff is on topic for Rick and Morty. But...
Here's one of the biggest examples. I was talking with one of my friends recently because we were talking about Avengers. Big fucking shock, I know. But one of the things we brought up was they're going to bring in the X-Men. That's like going to happen in the MCU, like a new X-Men team. And they were like, they can't replace Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. He's Wolverine. And I said, what do you expect them to do? They can't keep him around forever. And like, look, if you watch the Fictional Crushes episode, you'd understand this. I love Hugh Jackman Wolverine as much as anybody else. Maybe a little bit more so than I like to admit. But you
honestly,
know what?
honestly, making character never used after the actor plays them dies, bigger disservice to the actor, because that means that their character's stories can never continue or be finished if the actor dies or anything like that.
Yeah, and that's the thing with, like, I think Marge's voice was starting to get traction on Twitter, or X. No, fuck you, Twitter. Where, like, people were like, you know, their voice is so scratchy that it's like, how can you just keep making them play that voice? Eventually that's going to happen to Morty. That already happened with SpongeBob's laugh. Like, these guys are getting...
Well, they had to recast Morty.
Yeah.
And Rick.
Yeah, but that's the thing. It's like... And
let us clarify. Recast them with people.
Yes.
Not AI.
That was another thing someone brought up to me was... Why didn't they just try to find a younger actor to try to play as younger Indy in Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny? And I said I didn't mind it as much because it was just for the face. Like
you know what? Though I will look at this.
Mm-hmm. Roxy?
I was just gonna say, for as meta of a show as Rick and Morty is, I'm kind of surprised they didn't say something like, "Morty, we got recast,"
And
or something like that.
oh, another thing someone brought up was like they can't replace Professor Xavier either because Patrick Stewart plays Xavier. I'm like, they
He's
already
been, he's
did.
been, he's been played by other people before.
Yeah, not even just to the animated stuff. They recasted him in the movies. Like it's now getting to a point where I feel like people are putting way too much love on the actors, which is fine. I love a lot of actors: Hugh Jackman, Ryan Reynolds, Keanu Reeves. I love a lot of actors. Thing is, I know whenever it's time for them to finally retire and do something else other than just playing in movies. Like a great example. There was. I know we're super off topic, but I want to talk about this because this is seriously something that pisses me off. Someone brought up how Keanu Reeves should play Ghost Rider in the MCU. And I said no, because that's a very dumb idea. And people were like, why is it a dumb idea? He would play a perfect Ghost Rider. And I said, yeah, for one movie. And then he will have to be recast, because Keanu Reeves is almost in his 50s. He's already going to be doing John Wick 5. Which, by the way, is apparently happening.
Also, just it bothers me when when people are like, "Oh, here's a short casting decision, but the person's famous," or "I like this actor."
Yeah. Like, I can even admit with Jack Black, I love Jack Black so much. I think he's a very funny actor, very iconic. But, like, he shouldn't have to be in every movie. They shouldn't have to bump him up because he's a gigantic star. And I think the best example of that is the Minecraft movie. Which, look, I thought the Minecraft movie was fucking hilarious. But for the memes. Not really for the movie itself. But yeah. Okay, back to Rick and Morty. So the comedy for me, I'm not really a huge fan of the comedy. A lot of it just felt like there were some jokes. I think like the joke of Morty's bully getting fucking frozen, and then we see Summer walk by.
We see them set up a. That we see someone walk by and then he just falls over and dies.
Yeah, and then she just immediately fucking freaks out, and then
later we see them set up a funeral for him.
Yeah, and I love how the principal was like, and we don't know if he was Latino. I'm trying to stop the racism before it starts, and I thought that was fucking hilarious. I thought the joke of like after the mission where they go to that woman planet. I know it's not a woman specific planet. I just know that it was mostly about the women there. But like when they go there and they come back and they're like, "Hey, we could do something else," and they like get just no, wrong episode. It's the episode where Rick wanted to spend time with the with people, but like they were all busy. Like Summer had like the job with the devil, so on and so forth. And then like when Summer comes back, they just get fucking ripped, go to Satan, beat the absolute fuck out of them, and then in the post-credit scene, they just beat the fuck out of random people. Mind you, a bunch of random dicks. But what was that, Roxy?
Yeah, miscellaneous villains who they have no personal attachment to.
Yeah, like literally the one that like fucking dragged the dog, and then they just walk over, beat the absolute hell out of him. The neo-Nazi, the guy who protested with the slur sign, so on.
Yeah.
So
By the way, that means Elon Musk, Rick canonically wouldn't like you after finding out what you really are.
I'm not making that joke. I was gonna make a joke and just basically say, "Sleep with one eye open. Rick will find you. X gonna give it to you."
Rick will find you and hit you with the inflation ray, where you explode.
That what's really funny.
So he's friends with an alternate dimension version of Elon Musk, who literally only looks slightly different and is otherwise the exact same guy. But Rick doesn't know he's a Nazi because literally 2 episodes before that one, Rick like keeps accidentally going to Nazi universes and is really mad about it.
All right, now, for the rest of the comedy, there's jokes that made me laugh, but like nothing that I was like, this. It didn't make me like fucking bust my gut like, say for example, Monty Python did. Man, I'm making a lot of episode callbacks, but that's just as an example of a movie that made me laugh head over heels. But I do think it's very. It does have some jokes that work. Some of the jokes doesn't. I think one of the biggest things I didn't like was the stammering all the time. The Morty, like, cause I just hear it so many times. Like people imitate it.
And the burping.
Yeah. All right. Do we have anything?
Which,
Oh,
I mean,
which is the thing they
kind
fixed
of
in
like
season 2.
I kind of like it in a context that it feels more realistic than other dialogue and things, because typically you just hear characters say their lines perfectly. It's just like, how did you not mess up saying that?
yeah. All right. Shall
Yeah,
we?
but I get.
Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Yeah, at the same time, it's also distracting and can take you out of it.
Yeah.
Scene.
Especially whenever they burp a lot. Like, it's mostly Rick, but like when we see the Council of Rick, they burp, and then at one point Beth burps, and I'm just
They
kinda
actually got Justin Roiland drunk when he recorded Rick's lines.
like, that's funny. Maybe that explains why he was an asshole. He was just drunk. Ugh, drunk asshole. That's the worst. Anyways.
Wasn't me, it was Rick! He took over my body!
Okay. Shall we move on to the last thing I wanted to talk about? For the show itself. Let's talk about the animation. What do we all think about it?
It's pretty janky in season 1, honestly.
The one thing I... Oh, sorry, go ahead, sir. You go ahead.
I mean, yeah, I can see that. For the most part, I think it's actually pretty good. I love, especially like the unique alien designs that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
definitely serviceable, but having watched the rest of the show, season 1's animation looks really bad in comparison after you've seen the rest of the show.
It's also manages to be crude without being like too overly gross,
Mm-hmm.
which I
Yeah.
like.
Yeah. The one thing that I can never get over is the mouths. I don't know why. It just looks weird. And also the eyes, like the eyes of like the characters, they're like little scribbles.
No, I say, meanwhile, you're talking to somebody who draws mouths in a very, very similar way.
Yeah, but I was meaning more of like, I don't know. It just looks really off. Like with your art, it makes like it looks nice. Mostly because most
Is it
of your
because I give the characters like only 4 teeth at a time?
yeah, like there's like like it's Adventure Time animation to an extent with the mouths. That's like the best way I can describe it. I'm not dissing regular show by the or regular show. Fuck, wrong show. I'm not dissing Adventure Time by the way. I'm just saying. I'm just saying like that's kind of what it reminds me of, like Finn's mouth, or fucking Princess Lady Lumps. Isn't that one of the
Well,
characters?
it's not even a
Lumpy
problem with
Space
the show
pregnant.
itself.
Wait, pregnant? What the fuck is wrong with me today? I'm tired. We're recording this episode pretty late.
Did you shove some mega seeds up your ass before you recorded this?
No, it's nuts. They're mine. I'm keeping them. Anyways, along with that, I keep saying that. That's all I have to say about the anime. Everything else looks really good. The like locations. I like the alternate Rick designs. I like how the dumb one has like a little bowl cut. I don't
The
know.
way objectively the worst haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I was watching Stranger Things season 2, and Will was like, "Man, I'm just a freak," and everybody's like, "No, you're not a freak," and I'm like, "With that haircut, you are."
Damn. So mean. Alright. Now we shall move on to expectations. Mostly with you two. Because you all know what's going to happen. How do you think I'm going to feel about season 2?
You're gonna like it a lot more, I'd say.
Really?
Sorry, can you repeat that again? I was disconnected for a moment.
Oh, I said, what's your what do you think? How do you think I'm gonna react to the next season?
Okay.
Like season
Wait,
2.
to the next video or the next season?
The next
season.
No, you thought season 1 was decent. I think you're gonna like season 2. Season 2 is even better.
All right.
Like, okay, it has one bad episode, and it's an attempted sequel to a season 1 episode that should not have gotten a sequel, but
Lawnmower
that's
Dog?
one episode in the entire season, and every other episode in the season is great.
The only episode I can think that needs a sequel would be Lawnmower Dogs. Or is it the Council of Ricks?
No, if you want to know which episode they gave a pointless sequel to in season 2, it was they tried to make Interdimensional Cable one episode a season of it. But they stopped after season 2 because that episode was fucking terrible.
I guess to also bring it up, what's your guys' expectation for... Technically, what would be your guys' next seasons to watch? So for Sir, it would be season 5, and Roxy, for you, it would be season 8.
Yep.
Well, I never even finished season 4.
Okay, so season 4. How do you feel?
Hopefully better than 3.
It is. Season 3 is the only bad season of the entire show. And I say that even though season 5 has that episode, the one that you probably already know about, and
The one you probably keep bringing up. Where's
what
that
I'm talking
season
about?
6 episode? I don't know.
Caroline, do you know what I'm talking about?
Is it the Elon Musk episode?
No, there's an episode in season 5 where Rick accidentally turns Morty's sperm into world-ending monsters.
Normal Saturday. Like, it's normal Saturday for them, you know?
Well, yeah, but then Summer has an idea for how to stop it. And because Rick doesn't know it's because of Morty's sperm, their idea is to lure it to a casino using a giant egg, so they use Summer's egg cell. And one of the sperm gets in it.
Son of the Mask type moment. You.
Looking forward to season 5?
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna go pick up my musket and put it in the whiteness of my eye. But before that, next time
Are we gonna rank the episode?
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
I forgot ranking. Shit! I knew I forgot something.
Okay, let's just go through chronologically and just order them higher or lower than other ones. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Let's not try to make an order right now.
Okay, well, Roxy, you'll name off the episodes, and then we'd all give a ranking for it. Because I don't know the episodes.
So we'll start with Lawnmower Dog because, after the pilot, that's the second episode. So. So is Lawnmower? Do you think Lawnmower Dog or the pilot is better? I already know the answer. It's Lawnmower Dog.
Lawnmower Dog.
Yeah, Lawnmower Dog.
Okay.
Like they jump right away into the more interesting concepts the show is capable of doing.
Okay, so
Lawnmower Dog, pilot. Okay, then Anatomy Park. Where would you put that?
I would put it lower than Lawnmower Dog. No, I'd actually put it higher than Lawnmower Dog.
I'd put it higher.
Yeah, I'll put it higher.
I'd put it higher. I think Anatomy Park to me is when it felt like the writers started to find their footing when making the show.
True.
Yeah.
Okay.
M. Night Shyamalan's.
Higher than Anatomy Park.
Yeah, it just keeps getting better and better.
Okay.
Yeah.
I I think they're like I think It and Anatomy Park are like really close to each other quality wise, so I could go for either. So I'll put it above on
Yep.
this ranking.
Okay.
Me Seeks and Destroy.
Uh, I would say.
Honestly, I think
Oh, go ahead, Roxy.
what?
Oh, you're cutting out. I didn't know if you were saying anything.
Oh, I said I think it's once again the best episode so far.
Yeah, I'd say it's higher.
Yeah.
And I think the episode after it is also the best
Oh,
episode so far.
Yeah. Uh, Rick number 9.
Brick
Rick
Potion number
Potion number
9.
9.
What about you, sir? Sir? Are you there?
uh, uh,
You there? We can kind of hear you.
who me?
Yep, there you are.
Yeah. Stepdad just came in to say goodnight.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Wait, what did he say?
Were we on Meeseeks? Yeah.
And then,
Okay. And then Brick Potion number 9 above.
yep, I say it's above.
And then finally, we get the first, like, actually bad episode with Raising Gazorpazorp.
Raising Gazorpazorp, I would rank. Hold on, let me see where I ranked it because I know I sent my ranking. I would rank it under. I would rank it under Lawnmower Dog.
I'd put it under the pilot. Like, Rick is out of character in that episode. It's really strange.
I rank it above the pilot because, I don't know. I thought the designs at least looked pretty cool. I guess. Also,
What about you, sir?
Um, I'd I put it at the bottom.
So, so yeah, so now it goes at the bottom. Rixty minutes.
goes above Raising
Really
Gazorp,
fun filler episode.
which to me would be under Lawnmower Dog. So
It's fine.
it was just very dumb.
The character stuff in Rixty minutes is great, but the improv bits go on for too long. I think I'd put it above Lawnmower Dog,
Yeah,
like
but
a solid B tier.
yeah, but like Lawnmower Dog is actually like there's actually something happening. For the vast majority in 60 Minutes, nothing was fucking happening. It took it into like they literally tried writing a story at the 11th hour. Like you can't tell
Fair
me it
enough.
wasn't. You can't tell me it wasn't. Like it was just seeing an alternate universe at the end, and like it doesn't really do all that much. Okay, next episode. Next episode.
Sir, what about where would you put Rixty minutes?
Um, below Lawnmower Dogs.
I'll put it below. Well, it seems to be the average. I think, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay. Something wicked this way comes. I really like this one, actually.
What'd you say?
Wait, oh yeah, I forgot. This one also had the subplot with Jerry and
Pluto.
Pluto.
Yeah. Climate change. Oh my God, Rick and Morty sports climate change. What is it? Woman and Wokey. Yeah, I'm making a
I
joke.
rank it above Me Seeks Destroy. Me Seeks and Destroy.
Okay, okay.
But under M. Night Shyamalan's.
I don't actually know where I'd put this one. One just has a good batch of pretty strong episodes. I think
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll put it. I think I would put it above M Night Shyamalan's. What about you, sir?
I'd, I'd put it below, but right above Anatomy Park.
Okay. So I think I just put it between Me Seeks and Destroying M. Night Shyamalan's, I think,
Mm-hmm.
is where that would order it.
Okay.
Okay, what about close Encounters of the Rick kind?
That is higher than Rick Potion number 9. That is my favorite episode.
Okay, I mean, I think it's the second best, but that's still nothing to scoff at. What about you, sir?
I put it below Me Seeks and Destroy.
Whoa.
Okay, so once again, literally in the middle. uh,
That's
so
great.
it's number 2 then. And Rixie Business.
I put Rixie Business
It's,
in
it's
15,
Rick Dance.
which would be under Anatomy Park but above Lawnmower Dog.
15.
Sorry, I'm reading it off my list and it's at 15 because I put it in the wrong order. It'd be low. It would be low on the list because I think it could have ended way better.
I made this joke when I ranked. I made this joke when I ranked every episode of Hell of a Boss season 1, where I said, just like Rick and Morty, Hell of a Boss made the perfect season finale and then followed it up with a party episode for some reason.
Yeah.
It's so weird that happened twice.
Yeah.
I think I'd put it, I don't know, probably above Lawnmower Dog.
I mean, it's not bad. Adolf
I put
Lincoln
it-
was fucking
I put it
hilarious.
above Lawnmower Dog.
Tried making the perfect duality of man.
Well, here's the thing. If Rick waited just a couple more years, he could have used 2 U.S. presidents instead of
Oh my
1.
god. Okay. Is that all? I guess do we just rank the show as a whole?
What do you think of season? Wait, where
The rank season 1 as a whole.
Yep.
where
Well,
did you put Rixie Business?
I put Rixie Business between Lawnmower Dog and Anatomy Park.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
that's
a
what I
good place to put it.
Okay. So let's actually rank this episode, or this show, on a scale of 1 to 10. We start with Roxy, then go on down to Sir, then
But rank
right
season
down to
1,
me.
you mean?
Yeah, rank season 1 of Rick and Morty.
Is season 1 of
Roxy.
Rick
Oh.
Raising Gazorpa the only 2 episodes I don't like? So I'd probably give season 1 like a 9 out of 10. I want to give it a 10 out of 10, but I do have, once again, there were 2 episodes I didn't like, so I don't know if I technically can give it a 10 out of 10 as much as I want to. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I'm giving it a 10 out of 10 anyway. I don't
Oh
care.
my goodness.
Okay.
Alright. Sir?
Yeah, it's a really good start to the show. Like, off the bat, it introduces some major plot beat changes and, like, interesting concepts to explore. Has a lot of good
How does
humor.
my connection?
Has some heart. And most of the main cast is likable. Let's see for Jerry.
Hmm.
So, you know what? I give it a.
Jerry's the best character!
I give season 1 a 8 out of 10.
Okay. Alrighty. Well, we're going to do some math here while I'm here. There are 3 episodes I do not like, which is the pilot, Raising Gazorpazorp, and 60 Minutes. So that is an automatic. That would take 11 episodes, minus that by 3, that'd be 8. Now, we would also have to minus 1 point, because another point, because that is also because of Jerry, and Jerry has a pretty big amount of screen time in this show. Along with this, there is a lot of good and a lot of good positives here. I'm not going to deny it. It's way better than I expected. Like, way better. I was expecting to go into this and absolutely hating it. But I can't say I hated it. Overall, I would give Rick and Morty the same ranking I gave Crash Bandicoot, the same ranking I gave Mario 64, and the same ranking I think I gave Shrek. No, I think I gave Shrek a pretty good rating. I think I gave it higher than what we actually get. That I think. I am giving Rick and Morty season 1 a 7 out of 10. It's a good show. A lot of good things about it so far. And if season 8 is actually, or sorry, season 8, if season 2 is actually really as good as Roxy says, I might think it might actually land a spot on my favorite shows. Do not count on it, but it could happen.
Like, do not count on it. Literally just because of season 3, but
it is a possibility.
Because once again, I cannot underplay. Season 3 is fucking terrible, but every other season is good. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, it's like Mega Man.
Also, by the way, I want to point out the prince, the leader alien in M. Night Shyamalan's, was voiced by David Cross. I don't know if you noticed that.
I knew he sounded a little familiar. I think he should have.
Minion from Megamind.
No, you know what you should have said? Yeah. Back off, man. This is Dave. This is Dave.
It's Uncle Ian. Oh my god.
It's Uncle Ian.
So sad we never got a 4th movie. Anyway.
Man, if only there was a 4th Kung Fu Panda movie, because he was in that as well. Oh wait, and he's not even in it.
Well, lads and laddies, shall we talk about what's next time on the Vulture Culture podcast?
Yes, we shall.
So. I think we got it out of the way at the beginning.
Well, next time on Vulture Culture podcast.
Okay.
No, shh. We do it every time, Roxy, for a reason. Number 25.
24.
24. Episode 24 will be the Van Halen album.
It'll be our first ever music album episode.
Yeah, and I'm very excited to talk about it because I'm gonna go in.
Me too.
I'm going to go in. I'm gonna listen to it all, and then we might talk about it pretty soon. You know what's funny? Every time when we record like an episode in advance, it's always Stranger Things. Like we're always very procrastinating on Stranger Things, and I find that really funny. Cause then we record some of the episodes of Vulture Culture pretty early before we did Stranger Things. Like I felt like we did. I think we did Family Guy. No, I'm wrong. Am I?
Family Guy was delayed.
Was Family Guy delayed?
It was originally supposed to be episode number 8, but then we had to make that Men in Black.
Yeah. But I think we recorded Men in Black first before we recorded Stranger Things. I could be wrong. Okay. Well, episode 25.
No, still not gonna say it.
We're on episode 23.
No.
I still haven't said it. I kind of feel bad for not saying it. Because... Sorry. Oh, what?
Oh, my connection is breaking. I literally...
Roxy.
Yeah.
Roxy?
Yeah?
You all want to know what episode 25 is?
Sure. Shark Tale?
Roxy? I want to thank you for this.
What?
You have made me watch possibly one of the worst movies.
Hang on. Okay, can we pause the recording real quick? I really gotta go.
Roxy, you have been making... Ever since I watched that movie, I have been incredibly pissed. I have been sad.
I don't think the audience knows what the movie is. Because I think I mentioned what it was when when the recording was paused.
When we watched Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, I knew I had to get you back.
Oh
I
no!
knew.
Oh no.
Are we doing a Son of the Mask episode?
No, because that would be too easy. You would see that coming.
Are we doing a Megamind versus the Doom Syndicate episode?
No, that's too nice. I have been too nice to you for too long.
Oh no!
Oh no.
This is all because of fucking Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
No.
I didn't even think you.
No, this was originally made as originally I was going to do a different video, but then after Fictional Crushes I realized no.
Oh, what were you originally
I
gonna
ruined
do?
it. I ruined the finale.
Oh no, you didn't ruin it. You spray painted it, shit on it, and then threw it in the dumpster. Because now I felt like that was too easy to give you. I thought
Wait, actually, technically, no. It's still your fault for changing it.
your fault for making me changing it. Take that for what you will. So Roxy, I want to thank you for changing all this.
What was your original plan?
My original plan was we were going to do something cool. We were going to do top 10 favorite movies. But we're not doing that. And you know what I think really helped me, Roxy? You made the dumbest decision I think any person could make. You sent me your Marvel, how many Marvel movies you
Oh
have.
my god, is it gonna be is it gonna be like the top, is it gonna be like Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, Loki show?
No. You want me to... Actually, this also affects another episode that we were originally going to do.
Oh my god.
A season... a season 2 episode at that.
I've accidentally given this podcast cancer that's spreading throughout the episode list.
I'm just terrified of what you're gonna say. Honestly.
Oh, you should. And you can all thank Roxy for that. So, Roxy, you want to know...
Oh, She-Hulk! Is it She-Hulk?
No, that's too easy to give you. Roxy?
Oh no.
The only way that you're being spared is because of one deal you made. That we would talk about the X-Men and their own. So, welcome to Marvel Mania. The Punisher, 2004. Punisher Warzone, Daredevil, Elektra, Ghost Rider The Spirit of Vengeance, Hulk, Amazing Spider-Man 2, Venom Let There Be Carnage, Venom The Last Dance, Madam Web, Kraven the Hunter, Fantastic Four 2015, all ending with watching the entirety of Inhumans. That is our next episode. Marvel Mania, ladies and gentlemen!
I think this is unnecessarily spiteful.
Oh! It might be, but we're ending episode 25 of season 1 of the Big Bang!
I don't even know if I have access to all of those.
Don't worry, most of them are on Disney+. And let me just make sure. Did I see that you had the Blade movies on here? Let's take a little peek.
Okay, but to be fair, Blade 1 was actually pretty good.
Oh no, we'd be watching Blade Trinity. But I think you don't have that, so you might be spared from that. So ladies and gentlemen, originally we were going to delight you with a nice little small finale of our top 10 favorite movies. But Roxy made the biggest mistake.
How are we going to watch all of this in time?
Oh, that's why we're recording episode 23. Good luck watching. Thank you all for listening, watching this episode of the Vulture Culture Podcast. I'm your host, Evil Spirit, here with Roxy Reviews and Sirsplaysalot. Stay tuned in next week because we're talking about the Van Halen album, and after that, let Marvel Mania rise, baby.
Okay. Caroline.
Yeah.
Are we doing that one episode at a time, or are we doing it all in one?
All
Because if
in
it's all in one,
one big episode.
how?
I
How?
think you're getting
I
over your head.
don't even understand how we're gonna do that.
I'm already gonna suffer through the DCU on my own terms. Why are you doing this to me too?
Thank Roxy,
No, look,
and
Caroline,
thank you for
Caroline.
watching.
It'd be fine if it was
Goodbye.
one episode at a time, but like that's like 20 movies in one episode.
Roxy, figure it out. Goodbye.
What?